How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And, we talk a lot about games that are based on really strange source material. And the NES is littered with them, right? But we had stuff like Dirty Harry, which was based on a film franchise that started life in the 70s, and we had the Three Stooges. Yeah, the Three Stooges had a video game. And the Harlem Globetrotters and all this other stuff. Today's game is a really wild example of a thing that I don't understand why it was made into a video game. Because it was a sitcom that started life in the 60s. And there were 3 made-for-TV movies long after the series ended. And the last of them came out in like 1982. So it was before the NES. And 8 years or so before the release of this game. But this was Bandai. And Bandai, one of Bandai's most known or most infamous NES releases is based on Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. We're going to talk about that at some point this year, by the way. And this game, interestingly enough, one was exclusive to the North American market, because who else would want to play this? And 2 was developed by Human Entertainment. Human Entertainment, known for the Fire Pro series. So, pro wrestling. This game had a lot of interesting gameplay mechanics in it. One really, really interesting one that was kind of frustrating. We'll get to that in a sec. Today, we're going to take a look at The Adventures of Gilligan's Island. Now, Gilligan's Island, because I'm not saying all that other stuff. Gilligan's Island puts you in the role of the skipper, and Gilligan is following behind you, kind of like Mickey and Minnie in Mickey Mouse Capade. And it kind of works the same, where if Gilligan is too far away from you when you leave a screen, you can't keep going, or you can't really complete things in the game without Gilligan being present. He has to be around. But yeah, this game is interesting. It's 4 levels or 4 episodes where you have to assist the other castaways. So you got the millionaire and his wife, the professor and Mary Ann. The movie star is missing. I don't know why Ginger wasn't in this game, but Ginger wasn't in the game for some reason. And you have to do stuff like find the millionaire's wedding ring that's been taken by a bird. You gotta get the transmitter back, and all kinds of little stuff happens in this game. You gotta fight off headhunters, and yeah, it's based on a show from the 60s, so there's gonna be offensive stuff like that in there. And you're going to lose Gilligan. What happens though when you lose Gilligan is that you're equipped with rope, a limited amount of rope, and you can get more as the game goes on, but you need the rope to get Gilligan to, you can use the rope to drag Gilligan back to where you are. But yeah, this game, the mechanics are kind of wonky. This isn't as fun an adventure game as, say, Maniac Mansion. Because it's tied to stuff from the 1960s. There's nothing that's really, and you're stuck on an island and, you know, stuff like that. There's a lot of backtracking. Just play mechanics are just all over the place. And they've aged poorly. Not as poorly as tank controls on an early PS1 game, but they've aged poorly. Not one that I could recommend, but there are a lot worse games out there. Now, if you decide you want a copy of Gilligan's Island, I, for some reason, remember this game being a lot more expensive, but you can get a copy for about 10 to 20 bucks. Not expensive at all. Now, if you want a complete copy, that's gonna cost you. That's still about $100 for a complete copy. But this, unless you're an avid collector of Gilligan's Island memorabilia, I can't see spending that much for stuff based on this game, or, you know, on this game, because it's not a very good game. It's kind of dry. But, you know, get a booze with pimped out Gucci suit. You know, I had to do it. Yeah. Anyway, this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, never thought this game was actually licensed, and definitely didn't realize it was kind of good. Color me surprised.